little bit of a late start today. No, can't see the clock. Okay, 10:30. Well, I'm gonna get some breakfast started. And I have a new camera, so hopefully the audio is good. And I'm gonna mess around with it later and try a microphone. Anyway, no one cares. Here's breakfast. So normally I have cereal, but I don't have cereal. I have oatmeal. Oh, I think I have leftovers that I could actually heat up. Tofu scramble and potato. 4-minute timer on that. Woohoo! Divinci sauce. I think I'm gonna make an egg too. You got some right there. You want to try some of this kitchen sauce? Hey, sit and see. You want to try a little? It's a little bit spicy. Spicy. No. You right on the spoon? No? Okay. So I just got some leftover tofu scramble with like peas and mushrooms and onions and sweet potato and potatoes. I cooked some red bell peppers and a fried egg with some bitchin' sauce and sriracha and coffee. I still need to drink water though. Very random breakfast, not normally what I would eat for breakfast. But it's fun, right? You getting hangry? All right, we have some leftover rice, chicken, tofu, some tofurkey wrapped asparagus, some prepped onions, some leftover veggies. Give her some veggies and rice. With some of the tofu. We have some chicken. I should boil some eggs. I don't have any boiled eggs. I'm just gonna make my second coffee real quick. I love this creamer, this oat milk brown sugar creamer. It's my favorite. And so I like to have 2 coffees in this cup every day. Well, not always, but I like to do it this way because then I get 2 coffees as opposed to just one big one. And then it allows me to I don't know, I usually like to have coffee when Millen goes down for a nap. So I'm kind of having my second one early, but I poured the ice, so I kind of just like, I'm just gonna make it, It's very good. Time to eat. All right, and here's lunch. Teriyaki tofu, just some leftover veggies, teriyaki rice, hard-boiled egg, and then I have the same thing but with some baked chicken thighs And Jordan and Milena don't eat meat. But I definitely eat all the things that they eat, like tofu and stuff. And someone is very hungry. Is it yummy? Yeah, I'm gonna add some sriracha. You want a little? So today is a very realistic day of eating. I didn't plan out what I was going to eat today. I just yesterday thought, you know what, this is the video I'm gonna film. I'm gonna do it, and I filmed out like what kind of shots I want to get, but I didn't plan out what I was gonna eat. And for what I did plan for what I was gonna eat, didn't even actually work out. So pretty authentic day, eating leftovers and throwing things in, making hard-boiled eggs on a whim, you know, drinking lots of coffee, not drinking enough water, toddler getting impatient because I waited too long to make lunch, so she was hangry. And not only that, I'm filming for the first time on an actual camera and not on my phone. I'm really excited, but it's definitely a learning curve that I need to get adjusted to. My battery was dying first thing this morning, and I didn't even know where the charger was. So things to add to my pre-production list, so I'll be more prepared next time. Jordan doesn't eat meat. That's just his choice. And for Milena, so I was vegan when I met Jordan, and long story short, Milena doesn't eat meat just out of, we've agreed that we want her to be able to learn more about meat and where it comes from before eating it, so that she doesn't already have that bias of, well, I like to eat it, so I'm gonna keep eating it. There's a lot that goes into that, and obviously there's a reason why I've chosen to eat meat again, even though I didn't for about 5 years and stuff like that. But thank you. Thank you. No. You plotted on how good the food is? But I stand by the decision. You can have a sip. The decision to wait until she's old enough to really learn about it and make the choice for herself. That's a whole video topic on itself, so I'm not gonna get into that. Like, I'm gonna finish eating lunch with Milena and put her down for a nap, and then we'll catch up some more. Last month, I made a rush flight to fly out to Massachusetts, and I was there for 4 weeks, and for like the first 3 weeks I was there spending time with my mother, who passed away at the end of November. So a lot has happened, a lot that maybe I'm still processing, but I know that I learned a lot, and the person I am right now because of what has happened in my life in the last month. And one of the biggest things that I feel a shift in with myself is drive to not procrastinate. I've always been a huge procrastinator, and I've analyzed this a lot throughout my life, like trying to understand why I'm like this so that I can try to change it into a way that benefits me. And spending time at my mother's, looking over my mother's life, just over memories and everything like that, thinking about my childhood, and just I feel like I got to know her better and to understand a little bit more about her heart and why she's the way she is. And I feel like I knew her pretty well to begin with. We always had deep conversations, but just kind of learning maybe why she felt certain ways. And with the home that we grew up in and the home that she was so in love with, there was just a lot of projects, and she was very ambitious, and she had these beautiful visions. And throughout my life growing up, my house was never finished. It's still not finished. There's definitely stress that came with that, things that really break up the way that you live and make things more complicated. Learning more about that when I moved out when I was older and what it was like to live in finished space. So kind of reflecting on that recently, looking at all the things that my mom still never got to finish before she passed, I feel like is a motivating force to really stop procrastinating. It's really easy on the outside to look into someone else's life, like my mother's, and say, the path was there. She was just stuck mentally, but she had everything she needed to finish her projects. And just being able to see that and reflect onto myself that I too am that way. I have everything I need to fulfill some of my ambitious art goals or my YouTube goals or my goals as a parent. Like, I have everything I need to complete some of these projects. I just need to pick a project and just see it through. So I'm very grateful for being able to have that reflection through my mother's passing. And, you know, it's kind of beautifully ironic that she always said that your goal as a parent is to raise your children to be better than you are. So in some ways it could maybe sound harsh to criticize choices that a loved one like your mother has made, but in reality those reflections and criticisms allow me to be a better person, which is ultimately her goal as a parent. My mom, just like any other woman, any other person, has had struggles in their lives that they needed to work through. But regardless of all that, she was always a present, open-minded, open-hearted mother that really took the time to connect and really try to empathize with people. And I am the woman I am today because of her. I just did some yoga, so I'm gonna have a beef stick as a snack while I draw before I go make dinner. And water. Didn't drink any water this morning, but I'm gonna make up for it.
Here. That's the way for us to cook them.
Okay, the moment of truth. If I did this right, it's really good. I don't think the pressure cooker was actually using pressure because I didn't put it on right, but I corrected and I think it came out great. I love you.